Ada for siding with my mom over my dad and stepmom after mom published the obituary my sister wrote that didn't mention our stepmom, step or half siblings. My sister died last week. She was 19. She'd been sick for over 4 years and knew it was terminal for the last 11 months. She planned most of her funeral months ago and wrote her obituary herself. She told me and Mom she wanted that to be what was published and she wanted us to stick to her funeral plans. She said she didn't want anything fake or not her. Our dad wasn't a part of this. My sister wasn't close to him since he remarried 6 years ago and she lived with Mom full-time once she got sick. Dad still saw her, but their relationship wasn't good. She hadn't seen our stepmom in over 3 years or our step-siblings, who are our stepmom's kids before she married Dad, or our half-siblings from our dad and stepmom. And in her obituary, she didn't mention them. Just Mom, Dad, me, our grandparents, our aunts and uncle, and our few cousins. That's the obituary we published, and my dad and stepmom were furious. They told Mom she should have added to it when she knew my sister left them off. Dad tried to order her to submit a change, but Mom said no. Dad tried to do it, but he was told he'd need to publish a different one. Dad wanted me to convince Mom, but I was with my mom on saying no. My sister didn't want them mentioned, and it was her obituary. She wrote what was published, and I feel like that's the right thing to do. I don't think my mom did anything wrong. The funeral was so awkward because of the tension. My sister hadn't wanted our stepmom, step-siblings, or half-siblings to be seated with the family. In the end, my stepmom and her kids stayed home, and Dad was with me and Mom at the service. When it was over, my sister's best friend gave us each a letter from my sister. The timing was again what my sister wanted. My dad's letter set him off even more, and he was angry at Mom and then at me for taking her side over theirs. Am I the a-hole?